And Billy Ingram and Fam were my Sunday school teachers. And the pastor, I was one of his babysitters when he was born, and I remember when he was born, and I'm sure he's got a lot of mamas, aunts, and people he just don't even know that love him from afar and pray for him from afar. He is a wonderful man of God. He has been open enough to let me come into this church based on the way the Spirit moved in his heart. And I know there's a lot of controversy over this election, and we're trying to hash that out. Because some things we're going to agree, we're going to disagree, and we'll just opt out. And that's your choice, because that's what we have in life. I'm very grateful to be part of this church. This church is my family. This church is my blood. People ask me, how did I get involved in politics, and how did I get involved at the level of government that I've gotten involved with? Well, I'll give you a little bit of my history. It kind of starts back with Pastor Price when he said, you got to vote. And I turned 18, it was my first year of voting, and he passed out a pamphlet called the Christian Coalition. How many of you guys remember that pamphlet? Raise your hands. Amen. Pastor Price said, you know what, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, and I'm not going to tell you what side of the party to join. But I will tell you that you need to read this pamphlet and you need to make a right decision. So I did. I joined the pamphlet, and it was during the Reagan-Carter administration, and Reagan was, Carter we were doing the time. You guys remember the odds and the even gas? Who remembers that? Oh my God. That was the Iraq crisis. There was so much going on at that time. And so the Lord led me, and I ended up signing up as a Republican because I wanted to vote for Reagan. And I stayed in line with those party lines. And so that's the party I've chosen. I always say it's about principle, it's not about party. And I think that has been the biggest challenge with our people, is that we're loyal to party. We need to be loyal to Christ, and we need to be loyal to understand what is righteousness. Because if we don't understand what is righteousness and what is right, we will not be able to move forward. So, Tech, how we come along?
We're doing pretty good.
Okay. As we continue on, my parents were very active in the community. My parents had a daycare center called Tiny Town College on 39th in Vermont. For those who are natives, I'm born and raised in Los Angeles. And they were amazing contributors to the community. They have passed on. But my mother was very active in this church. She loved this church, and I love this church. Winnie was her best friend. For those who remember Winnie, that's Pastor Price's mother. So I have been part of this fabric for a long time. How many out there are involved in politics at some point? If you're active, if you're engaged, excellent. Have you been updated on all the propositions and things going on? No. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're also going to talk about there's 17 propositions. Can you believe that? I don't know if this is a trick or what. It's on top of all the craziness with the presidency. You got 17 propositions. And have you guys got the book in the mail? Somebody has? Okay. For those who may not know what the book looks like, which I call a novel, this is it. So they want you to read all this. And, oh, you should. And you should, absolutely. But guess what? Most won't. So there's a reality check. You should, but do most people, you think anybody wants to read this? Yes or no? No. I'm glad you do. Do most people want to read this? Yes or no? No. Do you want to read this?
No. Yes, I do.
Okay. Tell the truth. Some of y'all ain't want to tell the truth. Do you want to read it? I'd rather have people who have taken the time to read it, who are experts. Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the tank is all ready to go. Mom, I'm going to ask you to do a count off from 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and give us a number setting for us to watch from, as well as these two seats will be in the shot of the camera, as well as your podium. Good luck. Thank you all so much. Thanks for coming.
Doug, will the whiteboard be on the shot?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm going to be starting there first. Okay. All right, so can I start now?
We will have sound for videos of
Yes. Let me know when you're ready for that. If you want to do an opening video. We'll be taking a lot of the videos from the Urban Game Changers YouTube channel. So the Urban Game Changers YouTube channel is what we will be pulling from. So I want to say hi to my Facebook friends. Am I on Facebook right now?
You are on Facebook.
Hey, everybody on Facebook. All my friends out there. Thank you for watching. We're going to be streaming as long as Facebook let us stream. And we are going to be talking about the propositions. We're at my home church, Crenshaw Christian Center. Woohoo! Amazing church! And we want all those out there after watching us. We want you to come on Sunday mornings, come to the Bible study, go to Crenshaw Christian Center's website, make make sure you check it out. Amazing pastor, full of energy, full of life, and is current and relevant to today's time. This will be the beginning of the change for all of us. So the better communication we have, the better interaction we are, the better people we are. Thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, so we're going to start. For every action is a reaction. For every non-action is the aftermath. And we're living aftermath of many administrations, from the Carter administration to the Reagan administration, to the Bushes, to the Obamas, to the Clintons. Those administrations have affected our lives. And what we've learned from that, there's three levels of government: local, state, and federal. But the challenge that has been is, in most cases, we always take what they give us versus asking them what we want. So today we're going to talk about both, what we've been given and what we want. Because for every action is a reaction. For every non-action is the aftermath. You are encountering the aftermath of previous administrations, because that is what you've accepted. Not just you, but all of us. This is what we've accepted. But we have to look at history, and we have to look at where we are on the timeline. So everybody take the piece of paper out. I need someone who likes to spell, because I kind of spell like Ebonics, so I need someone that can volunteer and help me up here. Come on up here. Thank you so much. I want you to take your paper right along. Take the paper and fold it in half, so that means Brenda, in that box in the back is a bag, a white and green bag. That bag has pins in it. This pin is dry. If you can give me another one, I appreciate it. So I need you to take the white piece of paper. Let's say this is my white piece of paper. I need you to fold it in half like this. Everybody do that? Take their paper and fold it in half. Fold it in half long way. Thank you. Start with the dark scale. So we're going to write a triangle line. And Michael, can you hold your paper up so everybody can see the sample of how it needs to be? Everybody stand up, see there? And I need a paper just in case. So your paper should be folded in half. Thank you so much for bringing it.
Thank you.
So the paper should be half. We're going to work on one half of the paper. Everybody's got that? I need you to take the paper and you write from 1 to 100. Can you do that real quick? So from top to bottom, 1 to 100. Now, how many people are tech savvy here? Raise your hand. You got your cell phone. Good, because you're going to be put on team. This is team A and this is team B. Team A, can you say, woo? Woo! You need help, Jesus. Help me. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Okay, team A, let me hear it again. Team A, are you excited? That's so much better. All right, team B, let me hear you. Yeah! There you go, team A. Excellent. No, that's how you're doing. You're good. Okay, so you have to write them all out. We're just going to write 1. We're going to write the word 1 to 100. Okay, and then we're going to split this 1. This is millennial. This is baby boomers. No, this is Gen X. Baby boomers. Right, the word right. Millennials. Oh, I got Gen X is Generation X. Baby boomers. And the last one. Okay, so you guys follow the same pattern. Take the paper, write millennials, Gen X, baby boomers, and then here.
This way?
Oh, really? The traditional before. Oh, traditional. Thank you. Yeah, that's the traditional. All right. Now you guys have team captains. Who wants to be team captain for Team A? Oh, the pastor. That's wonderful. All right. Thank you so much. And then team captain over here. You guys, are you delegating? Keith Charles, are you tech savvy? This is only if you're tech savvy. Okay. And who's the tech savvy on this side? Oh my God. Team B is flunking. Who wants to do the tech on Team B side? Okay, it can be anybody. Let's make it open form on that one. Okay, so I'm going to just guess timelines. We're going to use the word about. Everyone say about. Which means may not be accurate on time, but I think I'm going to do pretty good. So if we look at Gen X's, the millennials will say now to what? 1983? That's what I came up with when I was online. I'm going to say 1983. Then we come right here to baby boomers. I know this one is 1964. It's the end of 64. I need someone to help me with this number.
45.
45. 1945. And is there one more going here? Is there one more here? Right.
Started in 30.
1930. All right. Did everybody get that? Now, while y'all laughing, I think you know where I'm going with this. Thank you, Mom. All right. Take the middle circle line. Put where you're at.
Oh my.
So I don't like to tell my age, but I'm have to admit, I'm right here.
Everybody up in there? February. Oh my gosh, February, you kidding me? Watch this.
Mary, why don't you circle where you're at? We're all going to go for it. Mary's putting where she's at. Me and Mary are close. She did a smaller circle. I'm going to do a smaller circle. Did everybody put a circle? Okay. Okay. Mary, sit here. I'm going to start calling you mine. Thank you, Mary. Sure. All right, so what does this mean? What does this mean? First of all, you have your timeline, because we got to do fact check. The purpose of the event is to be Hillary Clinton, option out, or Donald Trump. Also, the purpose of this event is to understand where do we stand with 17 propositions, and where are you as an American citizen, as a human being, in your political rights? What rights do you have in this country? Okay, so if we look at millennials, how many millennials are in here? Raise your hand. Some of y'all are telling the truth. So how many millennials? Somebody count. Ladies in the back. Oh, Mary count. Mary count. Keep your hand up.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got 5. Excuse me.
Age range would be easy. I can't see it.
Millennial is 1983, so that's 20, 40, almost 40, just under 40.
Okay, this was 51.
85?
Some say.
77.
You love it,
Really?
Trump. What?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a
Come on. Spell me.
Yeah, no.
Too young.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
Okay, we have a differences on this right here. Let's
Like up to age 30, because that's I've heard too, kind of teenagers to 30.
See, I'm a bit of a hybrid. I might be 10 next month.
Yeah.
So,
I'm right there with up to 30.
Some of them overlap.
what you say?
Yeah, some overlap.
Some overlap. They overlap.
Overlap.
Yeah.
Instead of
Let's
saying
hear
that
this
real
guy.
quick.
I said it probably overlaps.
They do overlap.
They do
So I
overlap.
know that it does. I'm probably, because I have an 18-year-old daughter, that throws me into the Gen X, but I also have 3 and a 6-year-old.
Okay.
So that goes into the millennial age.
Hey.
Oh, boy.
I say I'm millennial even though I have millennials. Pray for me. Okay. All right. And you know, this timeline varies. Let me tell you why. I'm very tech savvy. I'm the CEO of Story.com. Thank you. I'm the CEO of Story.com. So after the political agenda is over with, me and my son are going back into tech. Last weekend we were at Black Enterprise Tech Conference in Birmingham, California. And I'm being mentored by some of the top tech people in this country, which is really a blessing. We have a startup app. So it's funny when you're in tech, I don't really go into this genre. I follow more over here because I'm always thinking like this. It's a different thought pattern, okay? And then we come over here. Okay, does everybody see where they're on the timeline?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's
Yeah.
it's kind of reality of life, right? And then what happens here with the line, it does this. And then there's this. Everybody's moving this way. Now you can pray and wait for the rapture and everything else, but this is kind of like how life is. This is how life is. We live in this kind of a world. So my question is, where's your contribution in understanding where you stand compared to one generation, compared to you? So if we look at the presidency, and we look at the leaders of our community, the leaders of our community are about where? Are they baby boomers or traditional? They're traditional. So we have many of our leaders are here. Some fall here, but a lot are here. But what is the generation that's bringing up, making the most noise right now?
Baby boomers.
Incorrect. It is this generation. This generation is causing a lot of turmoil right now. Why? Why?
Because they're not afraid.
They're not afraid. What else?
They're ambitious.
They're ambitious. What else?
They're diligent.
Why don't we write some words down? They're what?
Uninformed. They're unemployed.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so let's start
Let me
with
turn this around.
Okay, hold your thought, hold your thought. Now, Team A and Team B, you've got 5 minutes. Turn around, look at your team, talk to your captain, and do like what Mary's doing. Mary, step away. See how Mary's doing this? These are the noise makers. The circle equals the noise. You've got less than 5 minutes. Go. You gotta look at us. Those are we're talking about the noise makers, the one making the noise. Okay, listen. Team A, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, Team A leader. You're wrong. I want everybody to be able to say one word. That's it. You're dictating and preaching. I don't need that. I need everybody to give me their thoughts, not your thoughts to them. Okay. So everybody tell me, what is a millennial?
You said haters.
Write it down. Someone take notes. Write it on your behalf. Mary, step away so you can get to the board. Write that down. Don't wrong answer. All right, you got less than 1 minute. Come on.
Yeah, you got any in?
Word about millennials.
All right, that's it. Let's talk about it. Let's start with Team B. Team B, give me some of your thoughts.
Well, the thing is that young people have nothing to lose. Also, they haven't been many times brainwashed. The position, the false security that people have in their positions, their titles, they don't have that. Again, also in our community, we so many times have one leader, we put them out on the plane, and then they get the head chopped off. Now we don't have any leadership versus now, because social media is spread across the board.
Okay, so give me 3 words. You gave me a sermon.
Okay, let's say no leader.
No leader, okay.
You know, no, I'll say young, ambitious, and not scared of the system.
Uninformed.
Uninformed up there, not scared of the system. And whatever system we have.
Right.
One more, yes to the back.
Tribal mentality.
Tribal mentality. That's interesting. That's pretty good. Anything, is Gen X in this, or are we just kind of mixing Gen X and both of them together? Okay. Okay, Team A. Help me out, Team A.
Deserving.
Deserving. Let's write that down. Deserving. What else did you come up with?
I would say forward, just forward,
Forward thinking or forward what?
just forward and being up front about what
Oh,
they believe.
just forward, yeah.
Straight out.
It's raw. It's kind of a raw.
Yeah.
They got some raw mouths. I had that yesterday.
Lack of civil duty.
Lack of civil duty. Okay, one more from this side.
They don't know the history.
Yeah.
They don't
kill.
They don't know their history.
No.
Ken, come here. Come here. Why?
That's across the board.
Okay. So you
Yeah, I'll take you guys.
have a problem with my phone. All right, so now we kind of have an idea, the noisemakers that are out there, right? But the people running the country are over here, right? They know everything, right? Do they know everything? Okay, so they don't know everything. You've got 2 minutes to tell me where they're failing, because we know who they are. So the question is, between this and this, the failures of these generations.
They're not listening to the young.
You got 2 minutes in your group. Go. Write it on your paper.
No revenue. I would say,
Party loyalty.
what was that?
Party loyalty.
Party Self-absorbed. Anyone else?
Agreed, that's it. You've got 1 minute left. Come on, some of y'all in the room, I know you know yourself, right?
You told me right there.
Right.
Traditionalism.
Okay, you guys are ready? Okay, we're ready. Go ahead.
Afraid. Stubborn.
Oh, hold on, wait. The first word is afraid. I like that word, afraid.
Yeah, majority.
Stubborn. What else?
Super spiritual.
Baby boomers to traditional. This is people who are current. Okay, who else?
Most of them are born in a nuclear unit, a nuclear home. They were born in a nuclear home.
Okay, I know they're born in nuclear homes. You gotta make it more specific.
Traditional.
Traditionalist? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
We thought that was
Okay, what else?
afraid of change.
What?
Party loyalty.
Party loyalty.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Party loyalty. That's a good one. These are people who are running your country right now. Anybody?
Short-sighted.
Short-sighted.
You said closed-minded.
Closed-minded.
Secularized.
Secularized.
Someone said greedy to the greedy.
Greedy. So we're gonna see it. We're gonna agree. Secularized, greedy. Hey, what else words? I'm sorry, Deb, we missed something. Anybody see anything else?
Not accepting change.
Not accepting change. Good one. Stuck in their own ways, right? One more word. One last thing.
Not relevant.
Yeah.
Not relevant. Make them not relevant. So my policy, hold that spiritual side though. I'll pull you in a second. We'll pull that in.
On principle. On principle.
Unprincipled. It's brilliant in here.
Wow.
All right, thank you, Mary. Sit down for a second. All right, so let me kind of take a notes real quick. Millennials, raise your hand. How many are here? Mary, take a count. We didn't get our count. Raise your hand, brother.
I got 4, 5. Maybe it's not. Maybe, oh, 6. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6.
Okay, 6.
7.
7. Okay, how many Gen X's in here?
Gen X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah, 12 was good, okay. And then how many baby boomers?
This one is, what is that one conditional in?
Brenda, put your hand up. Tell Brenda in the back. Brenda, put your hand up.
18.
Starts that or ends it? Oh, okay.
I think I have 18.
What, between 45 and 51?
4.
And stop at 45. If you're older than 45, put your hand
10,
up.
11.
What?
And what happened to the other?
You're older than 51.
What happened to the
51
other?
or older.
I'm like,
45 and
64
51.
to 1945, put your hand up.
What?
You're born between
1945 and 1964.
Right.
Okay.
November of 19.
5, 6.
Yeah, it ends November 1964. November 1964.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
Well, and again, I used the word about at the beginning. Did everyone? I clarified that.
And 1930 to 1945.
Okay, let's do this one right here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, maybe 7, 8. I think it's about 8.
Hey, okay. Anybody over here?
Anybody before 1930?
1934.
Okay. Oh, no,
Where's that?
Yeah, you're in that. Anybody prior to 1930? Before 1930?
I would be like, I applaud you for being here. They're here in spirit. How's that? So that kind of tells us where we're at, right? We have a lot of this people here, a lot of people here. Okay. I had to go backtrack because I realized I didn't have that number. I needed to see that number. Okay, so we talked about the millennials and the Gen Xers. They're bringing a lot of noise right now. Why are they the most noise maker? Largest population on the planet. What else?
They're tech savvy, so with that.
Bingo!
They're tech savvy,
Bingo.
so they have the marketing, they use their phone as a marketing tool to your phone, which is distribution.
Right. So they're tech savvy. So everybody write down tech savvy in the middle of the noise, tech. Because they're tech savvy, they communicate faster, they think faster, they eliminate and process all the bull crap. And that makes them more, I won't say pure, but also more relevant. They're raw. They're more raw. The negative of that is they're so raw, they're not filtered.
Yeah. And process.
Does that confuse anyone? Everybody got that one. So rawness creates an unfiltered. So yesterday I was at the Taste of Soul, my son and I, we go Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, or option out. And I should let you guys know I am a delegate for the state of California. I am also a delegate for Donald Trump. This event is not a Donald Trump event. As you can see, I started off talking about timeline purposely because I don't want you guys to leave here, and many people have already said in the church, oh, they're not here because of Donald Trump. I think that they are failures to not be here because today you're gonna walk away not only more enlightened but more astute and more empowered than you ever have been before. Okay? I am also the RNC. Thank you in the back. I'm also the RNC appointed roll call delegate. So when it came to making a big announcement, I was able to do that. God gave me that opportunity. There's some other delegates here, and I'll later on acknowledge them in this room. There's also some Democrats who are here, very much supporters of Hillary Clinton, very much an active for Hillary Clinton. So I thank you and I commend all of you for being here for that. But I'm saying all that to you because what I learned yesterday is when I had the baby boomers come up to me and they literally were cursing me out. They had no filter. I mean, no filter. To the point that one lady said to me, even if she doesn't agree with you politically, does she have to curse you out like that? She said, who raised her? Who raised her? What society do we have that raised these children? And that's because they're unfiltered, they're raw, and they're tech savvy. So they think they know more than you. They go in a classroom. You know, teachers used to, I'll look at it this way. I don't know if this is just maybe in the black community. I'm just going to tell you how I feel. Being a kid, and if you're very smart, you'll get a book and you'll say, I've already read the text. We'll get a textbook, let's say it has 14 chapters in that book. And it's a subject that you're passionate about, right? And And in that, you'll read it, and you might read 8 chapters. You go to class, and the teacher's stuck on chapter 1 and chapter 2. And what happens is you talk about, well, wait a minute, chapter 5. He says, you've gone ahead of us. We're going to stay in chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Yeah.
How many of you got that? Raise your hand. You think that works today? Why does that not work today? Tech savvy. Why? Because there's all kind of plagiarism, right? There's all kind of websites that say they're going to ask you this question. This is teacher, Mrs. Brown. She says the same thing every year. Trust me, she's 104 years old. And they're already sharing notes. These private websites and chat sites that will tell you the answers. So you